Vinicius Jr.'s statement after Real Madrid's match against Athletic Bilbao in La Liga. The truth is that this match wasn't just another encounter in La Liga. For us, as players, it was a real test of our mental strength, of how we could rise after a fall, how we could keep going after the pain. We came into this match carrying an open wound from that difficult European night in London. The night against Arsenal, the night we were eliminated from the Champions League. No one can imagine how the atmosphere was in the locker room after that match. Everyone was silent. Everyone felt that the big dream had evaporated. But that's what distinguishes Real Madrid. We didn't give up. We talked as players, the coach spoke to us, and we gathered as a family. We told ourselves, we are Real Madrid. There's no time for crying, no time to think about what we lost. We must fight for what's left. Today, we didn't come to the pitch to play a regular 90-minute game. We came knowing that the fans were expecting something different from us. They were expecting a reaction, expecting to see that the players feel the same as they do, that we share the same pain, that we share the same dream. This club does not settle for appearing as a broken team. And that's why we started the match with extraordinary energy. It wasn't just physical effort, it was spiritual energy. A desire to correct the course. A desire to pave a new way towards glory, towards greatness. Every pass, every run, every tackle, every shout from us on the pitch today carried a message. We are not finished yet. Yes, we were eliminated from the Champions League, but the season is not over, and we will not and cannot waste the opportunities that remain. There are trophies waiting for those who will fight for them, and we are ready for that. Real Madrid, throughout its history, has never been a team to give up after one blow. On the contrary, this club has been built from the ashes of defeats, and it has returned in the toughest moments to achieve the greatest successes. And today, what we did in this match is just the beginning of finishing the season in a way that befits our jersey, our fans, and our history. I want to say something special to the fans. We feel you. We feel your sadness, your concern, your waiting, and your unwavering faith in us. And we promise you that we will give everything we have to make you happy, to make you smile at the end of the season, for you to say, yes, these are our sons at Real Madrid. At the same time, I want to be honest, football must be fair. We respect everyone, we respect all teams, and we respect refereeing. But what we hope for is that the decisions are fair, clear, and do not affect the course of the matches. Because we are tired of the feeling that points are sometimes lost not due to performance, but because of decisions we don't understand. We just want the scales to be balanced, for things to be counted as they should be, not in favor of anyone or against anyone, just fairness. This is the simplest demand of any team striving for fair competition. We now know very well what we must do. Our path is clear. Every match is a final. Every point is life or death. There's no room for rest, no place for relaxation. Real Madrid was born from the womb of suffering, and in the end, we will triumph because we play for a crest that knows no surrender. I, Vinicius, swear that I will give everything I have in every remaining minute of this season to make you happy, to bring the trophies back, to stay true to the history of this club and to the hearts of the millions who beat with love for Madrid. Ernesto Valverde's comment after the match against Real Madrid. I believe that discussing this match goes beyond what happened on the pitch. I don't want to go into the details of the result or the flow of the game, because that's not what concerns me at this moment. What really matters is that we recognize the challenge we face whenever we go up against a club the size of Real Madrid. There are clubs that play football, and there are clubs that represent the memory of the game. And Real Madrid is one of those entities that has transcended the boundaries of sport to become a global symbol that goes beyond time and place. Every time you face Real Madrid, it feels like you are facing a team that was created to decide decisive moments, a team that doesn't waver in the face of storms, but sometimes it seems like they are the ones creating them. It's not just about their tactical approach, nor even about their stars, but there's a mentality, a unique culture, a legacy of victories, suffering, and coming back from the abyss. Real Madrid never gives up. And this is not just a phrase, it's a truth we've seen time and time again over the years. La Liga this season is unforgiving. Every team has something to fight for, every round brings surprises, and every point has become as valuable as gold. Amid this immense difficulty, Real Madrid stands out as one of the strongest contenders, if not the strongest, to compete until the very last moment. Not because things always go in their favor, but because they know how to handle pressure. They know how to turn difficulties into motivation, and how to keep themselves in the heart of the battle until the last breath. Real Madrid this season, as in every season, stumbles? Yes. Declines? Perhaps. But it always comes back, and the most dangerous thing about their return is the timing. They always know when to rise, when to be silent, and when to strike. Honestly, from my point of view, facing Real Madrid remains the toughest challenge, always and forever. I've faced many big clubs in my career as a coach, but there's something very special about facing Real Madrid. They impose on you tactical and psychological respect even before the match begins. You feel that a mistake against them is unforgivable, and that any moment of inattention could cost you the whole game. Their players know how to read matches, they know how to finish them off from the smallest opportunity, and even when they're not at their best, you always find them in the right place at the right moment. As for discussing the quality of the players, that's another chapter of admiration. Mbappé, simply put, is a human attacking machine. The way he runs, his ability to dribble, to explode out of nowhere, makes you feel like you're watching a player from another era. He's not just a star, he's an extraordinary footballing phenomenon. Vinicius, on the other hand, is a moving terror. He's developing every season, maturing, learning how to make the difference in the toughest moments. Today, he's one of the most dangerous players to any defense in the world, not just because of his speed, but because of his new mentality, his desire to be decisive. And with them, there are many more names, each one with a golden history or a future that promises much more. Camavinga, Bellingham, Rodrigo, Courtois, Kroos, Modric. Names that need no introduction. But the true strength of this team doesn't just lie in their names, but in their way of overcoming crises. We see Real Madrid go through difficult phases every season. We hear the criticisms, we read the headlines saying, their era is over. But we all know what happens next. The moment everyone thinks they've declined, they begin writing a new chapter of victories. How many times have we seen them come back from defeats, from setbacks, to end up winning the biggest trophies? The Champions League? It has become theirs. La Liga? It's never decided without mentioning their name. This mentality has been built over decades, a mentality that never dies. Real Madrid doesn't need to be the best team throughout the season. It only needs to be the best at the decisive moment. And that's what keeps them always in the picture, always at the top. This institution knows exactly how to plan for the big moments, how to prepare its players to be at their best when history calls for them. From my position as a coach, I can only acknowledge these facts. Yes, we try to compete with the giants, we give everything we've got. But when you look at Real Madrid, you understand why they're in a different place. We play football, but they embody its grand idea. Exclusive. Alonso's agent responds to the possibility of managing Real Madrid. Iñaki Ibanez, the agent of Spanish coach Xabi Alonso, who is currently managing German club Bayer Leverkusen, responded to the news linking the Spanish coach with the possibility of taking over as the manager of Real Madrid in the near future. Global media reports have confirmed that Xabi Alonso is the leading candidate to replace Carlo Ancelotti as the current coach of Real Madrid. Ancelotti is nearing the end of his tenure after being eliminated from the Champions League by Arsenal in the quarter-finals and facing a decline in the results and performances of the team. Alonso's agent responds to the possibility of managing Real Madrid. Iñaki Ibanez commented exclusively about Alonso's potential move to Real Madrid, saying, "I don't want to comment on the truth of these negotiations at the moment." He continued, "The season is not over yet, and Alonso has an important match tomorrow in the German Bundesliga. We don't want to discuss any rumors or speculations." He concluded his remarks by saying, "Alonso told me that he is fully focused on Bayer Leverkusen right now, and it doesn't make sense to talk about the matter in any form." Xabi Alonso, the former star of Real Madrid and Liverpool, is one of the most prominent names being considered to lead the Royal Club if the team decides to make a change. Alonso has earned an excellent coaching reputation in a short period of time, having led Leverkusen to win the German Bundesliga, and achieves strong results in the UEFA Europa League, which has increased his value in the coaching market. The Spanish coach has demonstrated an exceptional ability to develop young players and integrate them into the team system, as well as his ability to read matches and make impactful tactical changes. Ancelotti changes his stance and will leave Real Madrid before the Club World Cup. It seems that Italian coach Carlo Ancelotti will not remain in his position as head coach of Real Madrid during the upcoming Club World Cup next summer, and will leave the club before the tournament. Ancelotti is close to accepting an offer from the Brazilian Football Federation to coach the Brazil national team in the near future, according to what was reported by The Athletic. Ancelotti is heading to accept Brazil's offer and leave before the Club World Cup. The report further clarified that Real Madrid intends to part ways with Ancelotti in a respectful manner within a month, i.e., by the end of the current season, as the team continues to fight for both the La Liga and Copa del Rey titles. On the Brazilian Football Federation's side, there is growing confidence that they will be able to secure the coach's services after his contract with Florentino Perez's management ends, following the team's recent poor results and performance. Xabi Alonso tops the list of potential coaches for Real Madrid after Ancelotti's era, with the club already in contact with those close to the Spanish coach. The current Bayer Leverkusen coach is prioritizing a return to Real Madrid in the near future, with his club open to the idea of his departure, as long as a financial compensation agreement is reached with the Los Blancos management. Unlike Real Madrid, three giants compete to sign Nico Paz. Recent reports have revealed new developments regarding the future of Argentine star Nico Paz, who plays for Italian club Como during the upcoming summer transfer window, with many top clubs showing interest in acquiring his services. Nico Paz moved to Como during the summer transfer window of 2024, coming from Real Madrid before making his way to the first team at the Spanish club. Several recent reports suggest that Real Madrid is considering bringing Nico Paz back in the upcoming summer transfer window, following his impressive performances. Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain compete to sign Nico Paz. According to Spanish media reports, Nico Paz has a clause in his contract with Como that allows Real Madrid to reacquire the player for €9 million, starting from 2025. The Fichajes network revealed that Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, and Tottenham Hotspur have all joined the race to sign Paz in the upcoming summer transfer window. The network also mentioned that PSG and Chelsea, in particular, have started closely monitoring the Argentine player and will begin negotiations with him in the near future. Nico Paz still has 3 years left on his contract with Como, with the midfielder's contract officially expiring